guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching a new stitch. This video is going to be a long series of many different types of stitches that I will be doing. So this is going to be episode 1. And in episode 1 we're going to learn the boxed shell stitch. So this is a sample of what it looks like. And as you can tell, there is sort of like a box and then a shell. So this is a really good pattern if you want to, make scarves or blankets. So let's get straight into it. For this video, I'm going to be using a 5mm hook and some worsted weight yarn. I don't exactly know which one this is. I think, this is Vanna's Choice actually. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is determine the length. So because I'm making a sample piece, I'm not going to make a huge chain, but you're going to start off with your chains, and you're going to do your slip stitch. Okay, so to do this stitch, you're going to be working in multiples of 5, and then you're going to add 4 to the end of that number. So I'm going to do a chain 30, and then at the end I'm going to do another 4 chains. So I'm just going to count out 30, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then I'm going to chain 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to do a double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to go into that V and do a double crochet. So the first 3 chains that we skipped is going to count as your first double crochet. So now you have 2 double crochets, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to skip 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then put a double crochet in the 4th one. So the double crochet is yarn over through the stitch, yarn over, back through the stitch, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through the last 2 loops, and then yarn over and do a double crochet into the next stitch. So 2 double crochets. And then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do a double crochet in that 4th chain. And then again in the next one. And then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, again double crochet into the 4th chain, and then double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So as you can see, there is a pattern, and it is 2 double crochets, chain 3, skip 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the row, and I will meet you back at the end. Okay, now I'm at the end of my first row, and as long as you counted your chains correctly, then you're going to end off with your second double crochet in the last chain. So now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's going to count as our first double crochet. And then we are going to turn our work, and we are going to work 5 double crochets into the second chain in that chain 3 space. So you know how in the last row we put the chain 3, so the second one we're going to put 5 double crochet, which I know is a lot and it's going to be a little tight, but it will work out in the end. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then you are going to do the exact same thing and put another 5 double crochets into the middle of that chain 3. So as you can tell, the chain kind of, comes out and it looks a little bit wonky, but don't worry about that. Just keep going with your 5 in that one loop. 4, 5. Because once you like straighten it out, then it won't look so weird. And then again, 5. So this row is very, very easy. All it is 5 double crochets in the middle of the chain 3 from the previous row. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and I will meet you back at the end. Okay, so now that I'm at the end of the row, I'm just going to pull out this. This is the 3 chain. This is the chain 3 from the beginning, and I'm going to do a double crochet into that spot. Okay, so then we are going to go straight into another chain 3, and then turn your work, and you're going to go ahead and do a double crochet into the first double crochet of that shell. And then you are going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go all the way over and then go into the last stitch of that shell and do a double crochet. And then you're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch, which will be the first double crochet of the next shell. And then again do chain 3 and then go over to the last stitch of that shell and do a double crochet. And then a double crochet in the next stitch. So, as you can see, there's the boxes on the bottom and then the boxes on the top of the shells. And that's why it's called the box shell stitch. So, I'm going to go ahead and continue this row by doing the 3 chains all the way to the last stitch of that shell double crochet, double crochet in the next, which is the first stitch of the next shell, and then 3 chains again. So at first you see this stitch and it looks a little intimidating, but when you break it down and then you realize everything that you need to do, it's quite easy and it can go quite fast. Especially when you get to the shell row, because you're just doing 5 double crochets, 5 double crochets, 5 double crochets over and over and over again. Okay, so now that we're at the end, we're going to do a double crochet into the last stitch of that shell again. And then we're going to do another one into the chain 3 space. I'm just going to do a few more rows and I will show you when I'm done. Okay, so I finished a few more rows of my boxed shell stitch, and this is Vanna's Choice, and then this is the Red Heart Soft. And if you can notice that depending on the thickness of your yarn, the Vanna's Choice seems to have a more of a raised, sort of like a 3D shell, and with the Vanna's with the Red Heart Soft, it seems to lay more flat. So I guess it's kind of like the same stitch, but it's 2 totally different looks depending on what yarn you use. So I think that looks really pretty, and I think that it would look really nice as a scarf, and you know, anything really. So I hope you enjoyed this first installment of me teaching some new stitches. I'm also teaching myself these stitches in the process, so I figured I would share them with my viewers. So thank you so much, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. I will have the written instructions for this stitch on my blog, so if you want to head over to that, that's blogspot.com/charmedbyashley, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and if you make any projects using this stitch, I would love to see them, so you can hashtag charmedbyashley. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!